Hello, I am Madani Ariyam. I'm going to talk about, in this video, I'm going to talk about purchase order financing overview. This is an article which is very good for small business owners that will help in funding. Learning the purchase order financing will boost your confidence and will come out of the fear of finding funds. It applies to small or business or medium-sized business, which you will learn in this article about who qualifies for it. What is purchase order financing? When a customer places an order, the customer has to fill in a form. You will send that form to the purchase order financing company. They will evaluate the form, and also your customer, they will do the credit worthiness and public checking and everything they will do for the customer. Once they are happy with all that, then they will think about issuing the funding. So this is how the funding works. When you place the purchase order, if you are a customer, so you place the purchase order and you will fill up the form and give it to the owner of the company. The company owner will pass that on to the purchase financing company. They will review all that and they will finalize whether this customer is eligible for funding. If that works out, the funding will be, it's a perfect solution for the companies who receive many orders but lack funding to order supplies. And additional funding needed to pay off the workers. So when a customer places the order, if it's a fairly big order, you need workers to do the work. So you will not have money if you are going to pay the money to the supplier straight away. So you will get somebody else to pay that money. That is a purchase financing company. Then you will have money in your hands to pay the workers and other bills, important bills and all that. So that when the goods are delivered, the goods will be delivered to the customer will pay you, and then you will pay the purchase order company. That's how it works. Who benefits from purchase order financing? Especially the small and medium-sized businesses, not in a position to pay immediately for big orders. When you receive a large order, that will raise the growth of the business. So you are receiving a large order, that will raise the growth of the business. And if you have no funding, your business, you will never be able to grow the business. So you get the help of the purchase order financing company to pay that supplier to get the goods delivered to the customer, but cannot accept the request. In that situation, the purchase order financing can save you from losing the big business. That is how they help the business. It's a great help for the small and medium-sized companies. If you are buying and reselling the goods without any modifications, you can benefit from purchase order finance. You can't do anything else. Everything has to be original. Then you should have reviews about the supplier's capability of producing. Then another thing the purchase finance company will check is whether the supplier is capable of producing the goods on time, as supplying the products as per order. They cannot make any modifications or changes. But the purchase order finance company will investigate the creditworthiness of your customer before the acceptance of the law. And even the suppliers, the capability, they will check it before releasing the funds, because if anything goes wrong, the purchase order company is the only people they are going to be in trouble, not anybody else. Even though it's an excellent way of financing your business, there are some drawbacks in getting your funding. When the purchase order finance company receives a request for funding, they will do some checks. They might check your financial statement to make sure that your ability to fulfill the order. So sometimes when they give you the funding, and when you get the goods, the supplier might not get it to the, you might not be in a position, when you get the money from the customer, you might not be in a position to, might be having serious other debts, you might make use of the money. So they have to check that you don't have any problems, financial problems, before helping you. The purchase order finance company will evaluate the supplier about the capability of sending goods quality goods on time. Then we'll evaluate your customer as well by checking the creditworthiness, and might do the free checks as well. The reason for all the above actions to protect them from any mishappenings, as they will be affected most. They are the people who is going to be affected most. What to look for when you, this is all purchase order finance company will do these checks and everything. When you are thinking of a purchase order company and you are trying to select one, what are you going to look for? That is the important thing. You have to look for a company which suits your business. It will be advisable if you follow these guidelines that I am mentioning below. Search for a company that will be able to cover your financial needs. If they fund in excess of your requirement or less your requirement, you have to leave them. Say if you're asking for $5,000, and if they are supposed to give 10,000, because they cannot give 5,000, because that is their limit. So you cannot accept that. You have to move on and find a company where you will get the amount you want. It's not that they decide. You need to be clear about their guidelines for funding before making the application, because if you don't know anything and you just sit down and write all your application, you'll be wasting a lot of time. So you have to do the research to find out their guidelines. Find out about your eligibility. So how you have to make yourself that are you eligible to get the finance, that you have to check. And then you have to check the other things as well. And also the time they take to give you the money, and the period that they will give you to pay the money back, release the funds, and check their fees or interest rate for the loan, and the time they will give you to make the repayments. Final words. Small business owners get the best help from the purchase order financing funding. They receive enough time of production of a product, because they'll be given a lot of time to do that. Therefore, it's the best form of financing without losing investments. Because this is the best form of financing, because you are not taking your money. Because if your customer wants a big amount of goods from you, and if you want to deliver the goods to the customer because the customer is reliable, but at that time the customer doesn't have money to pay you, you will have to take your investments and pay your supplier. So that's a big disadvantage. You will be losing your investments. So this is the best way to go to a purchase finance company and get the money from them. The purchase order finance company check the creditworthiness of the customers, saves you from having any dealing with the unreliable customers, because they do the checking and you benefit from that. That's what it says. In total, when you receive a large order, the funding helps you from losing the best opportunity for quick progression. Because in a large order, if you lose it, if you say I can't take it because I have no money, then they will never come back to you. That's it. So if this purchase order company helps you, you will be in a position to progress your business quickly. That's all about purchase finance company. It's all in brief, but there are lots more things to learn about it. I might do in some other articles as well later on. If you like this video, please share it. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you. Bye for now, and maybe see you in another one. Thank you.